Hi, I'm Nicholas Prom, and you're watching Posers Must Die. Today I'm joined by a guest, Thomas Brower from Atomic Terror, and he's going to answer some questions, and we're going to talk about Atomic Terror and your new record, Endless War. Tom, what do you prefer?
I guess Tom works.
Okay, we'll go with Tom. Sorry about that, bud. Um, so man, long time no see since last night.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. We were
yeah.
all
Testament.
we were at the Clash of the Titans tour, seeing Testament, Creator, and Possessed. That was incredible. Um, and I saw you and Tyler and your dad.
Yeah.
That was cool. Um, but yeah, um, that was a lot of fun. Tom, I'm gonna ask you something. You started Atomic Terror in 2018?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, roughly around there. I guess that's what official time. Yeah.
Okay. So what was like the genesis of this project? I mean, um I'm under the impression you're a second generation metalhead.
Yes. I kind of grew up on it and kind of just kind of from an early age. I came pretty like intrigued by this kind of style of music and playing. I mean, just the imagery and like the song concepts and topics, all things I've been interested in. So,
Right on, right on. And you've been playing guitar how long?
since I was 14, around that time frame, so I've been 28 now, so about 14 years.
Nice, nice. Uh, so with this new record, this is the first one with Tyler in the band. How would you compare the writing process with him as opposed to your previous guitar player?
Um, Previous guitar player, I guess I'll start with that. I guess on the Sabbath of Darkness, it was a lot more, I guess, kind of freelance where I guess that there wasn't as much of a direction, I guess. But I guess
Oh,
the songs were there. I guess I started the band all. I started this band with the first EP in 2018, and
yeah.
we were kind of a three piece at that point, and I had kind of a fill in guitar player at that point. So I guess like in comparison with other guitar players like that have been in the band, like Tyler's a lot more grounded and more a solidified, you know, I guess member of Atomic Terror. Like
Right.
um,
And so
and
other
I mean, he's a lot. I guess like this. Oh, go ahead.
go ahead and finish your sentence. It's okay. Your audio is kind of
Uh,
breaking up, buddy. So yeah.
yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
Um, so I didn't mean to cut you off there. You were saying who's a little more grounded. Uh,
yeah. I mean, he's definitely a lot more dedicated, I guess, overall as a whole, and I guess, a lot more. I guess, yeah, I guess kind of just kind of fits the role, I guess, that I've kind of envisioned for the band musically, I guess, as well.
okay.
And I guess coming in when he auditioned, he like learned the guitar solos like by ear, like very
Oh
like
wow.
to the notes. Like, that was like impressive at that. And then so and then like I guess like we've been playing together for about a couple of years now,
Yeah.
since Disciples of Darkness with Tyler, and now with Endless War. Songwriting went a lot like more efficient, more I guess smoother, I guess in terms of like quicker than like previously kind of when I was kind of just orchestrating everything. I guess like so I guess it's a lot more smooth and things write a lot better, I think.
Okay, okay. And that, yeah, pretty good on Tyler for coming to the audition knowing the material. That's a plus, right? Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, on this on Endless War, there's some clean vocal passages on a couple of songs. Who's doing those clean vocals? Is that you?
Oh, that's Tyler actually.
Oh, okay, okay.
On like it's like we kind of added like a like whatever this I kind of write towards like what the song calls for.
Yeah, yeah,
So like I guess like if a certain kind of song is about something, I think it's best to kind of add elements that kind of correlate to what that song kind of is about. So kind of I guess like for example on a new song on the album, Demonic Possession,
yeah.
it's kind of like that a kind of a twist of fate that can kind of happen to anyone kind of overall topic, but then so adding kind of Tyler's a kind of vocal in there kind of adds like he has a very high range vocal, so it's kind of adds like another layer to the band, more depth to the music.
Yeah, and it's a nice contrast to, with your traditional kind of thrash vocals, which are excellent. Um, I like that. I like hearing stuff like that. I think it's very cool, man. Um, you've got a couple of instrumental songs on this album, which is a first uh, in your catalog. What was kind of like the idea behind that? Uh,
Oh yeah, so well starting off we had well on the Type of the Darkness I guess we had Night Gallery as an
oh,
instrumental
right. Sorry, I forgot about that one.
and then so kind of carrying on that kind of like we kind of wanted like an opening kind of like instrumental track, and I kind of like try to play on like what the skill set is of the band, and we all kind of started writing like Armies of Retribution, kind of starting with off those chords, and then with like working with Ian on kind of rhythmically exciting the intro. It came out pretty well, I think. And I wanted to have like kind of a choir kind of effect in there,
Yeah,
kind of and then so that's kind of it kind of segues into Endless War quite well, I think. Kind of going from that kind of like epicness, I guess, or to like into that like kind of like fast, aggressive stuff. And then for Creep Show, it kind of continues that kind of lineage with Night Gallery into that kind
yeah,
of horror themed kind of style.
yeah.
Um,
About
so yeah,
Creepshow.
and kind of
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I kind of had that kind of chord arrangement worked out where it's kind of a call and response between Tyler and I in the beginning, and then it kind of comes in with a full band.
Nice. Um, and I had a question about Creepshow. It really comes across like this jazz fusion piece. I mean, where is that coming from? Is you guys have like uh j- is that another influence outside of metal? Uh, I mean, doesn't Ian kind of have some jazz roots as a drummer?
Yeah, he does.
Okay, yeah.
So he played in the Vanport Jazz Band around here.
Oh, right.
And so he was involved with that, and also I think he's played like at like colleges and stuff like that. So he kind of has that background, and also Zach um has some jazz background as well
Oh, very
on the
cool.
bass.
Nice. And
So
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
so I guess that's kind of like my like kind of like meeting of the mind for that kind of style.
Nice. And one thing I really want my biggest takeaway from the album is really like, okay, this is a longer record, and I'm seeing you guys really stretch uh uh technically, and also it's more melodic than your two previous releases, which is interesting. And is that more of the band as a whole finding your groove and kind of like going to this new path? Is this um, largely Tyler's influence? Can we talk about that a little bit?
Um, yeah, I mean, I think it's just kind of like the band as a whole. We've evolved a lot
Nice.
since, and I think that's kind of like something I want to kind of we want to keep, you know, going forward with, just kind of evolving, getting better. And when I first started, like, recording wise, I wasn't as experienced, but yeah, having done like the first two releases, and then with this record, we kind of, we kind of approach the thing with more of as a team
Yeah.
oriented kind of approach, and the songs write a lot quicker too that way.
Oh,
So,
wow. Well,
and
that's good.
yeah, yeah,
So having
yeah.
other
And
guy.
I was just saying, yeah, and Tyler and I are kind of like with riffs. Like, I'll come in with like the riff, and we'll kind of like Tyler and I will kind of lay out kind of structures or kind of ways to kind of enhance the riff. Um,
Cool, man. Cool. I mean, so on the first two releases, were you doing like the majority of the writing, and then now you kind of have some other guys to help you, and it's like more of a team effort? Is that kind of the where I'm getting that from?
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Okay,
exactly. Yeah, it's
right on. Well, that's
yeah,
great, man.
yeah. So the first EP, I kind of had the songs I kind of like written like in high school, kind of
Yeah,
but they kind of like slowly kind of evolved as I like was getting better, and uh
yeah,
and
yeah.
so then it was just kind of a matter of finding like dedicated band members, which is, starting a band at first is kind of tough to find the right people,
Oh, of
you know,
course.
and so then I kind of took, originally I was an auditioning vocalist, but uh I had a bass player at the time, James Sadler, and we kind of him and I kind of like did vocals on the first EP, and
Right
then
on.
carry on to Sabbath of Darkness. I just kind of took on that role as
Nice.
the vocalist, I guess, and kind of carry. I think we evolved from the first EP to Disciples of Darkness to Endless War. We've kind of climbing the mountain, I guess, if you will,
I like that. I
the
like
journey.
that. Yeah. And here's the thing. I think the EP and Disciples of Darkness are great. There's certainly nothing to be ashamed of. Um, I enjoy the shit out of those. I'm just like, wow, I'm just seeing you guys growing as artists, and it's really exciting. I'm really digging the new album a lot. Um, so Bound to the Night, that's about Ghost Rider, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. So are you a big comics guy? Are you a comic book reader?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I am.
Excellent. Me,
I,
me too. A lifelong
yeah.
comics guy myself. So
Yeah. I've been collecting comics since I was like 11, probably 11, 12 years old, and
nice.
I kind of found myself gravitating towards Ghost Rider. I mean, I noticed growing up collecting a lot of Ghost Rider comic books, and it's just kind of like I remember just kind of like kind of kind of this kind of like kind of Ghost Rider, as a song would be kind of cool, and so kind of adding that kind of element to it, and then because also kind of that call of the night where it's like a transformation into this creature, type of aspect, and
Yeah. Oh, I think that's
um
great. That's really fitting, man.
thanks.
Yeah. And so on this kind of same wavelength here, do you write all of the lyrics, or is it that also a group effort?
I write all the lyrics, yeah.
Right on.
um on the first EP, my father actually wrote some of the lyrics
Oh, that's cool.
on like, yeah, like Human Prey and Atomic Terror, and
Oh,
then
okay.
Sudden Death, which on Disciples of
Nice.
Darkness. Yeah, so he kind of
Yeah.
had so he kind of lyrics and music kind of like started to become hand in hand, I guess, for me growing
Love
up.
it. I love it, man. That's great. And I think it's being a reader, whether you're a reader of books or you're a reader of comics, readers are good writers. It's I have known bands who are like, I read these lyrics and I'm like, have you ever picked up a book? You know, like because that doesn't what I'm reading doesn't make sense, you know, or what I'm listening to. But you know, but not an issue with you guys. It's great. It's really really good lyrics that fit the music very well. So bravo. Um uh can we talk a little bit about your gear, like your rig, what guitars you use, stuff like that?
I use I guess a Marshall valve state, um, head, amp head, and then I use a Marshall 4x12 kind of in a live setting, and that's so I've kind of gone with Marshall, but then also I use like a Black Star. Um, it's a tube amp, so it has a little more drive. Um, that was using kind of a good thrash tone that I like. But I
Yeah.
mean, and then for guitars I use like a um kind of a array of different guitars. I like a V-shaped guitar. It kind of
Yeah.
fits well, I guess, like holding, and playing. I guess it kind of feels comfortable. It plays quick, and I like having a fast neck like on the back of the. So I guess so ESP Jackson kind of style guitars. I really like Gary Holt. I guess his like guitar
Yeah.
tone on like every album is awesome. It's very heavy. It's even since the Bonded by Blood
Oh
era.
yeah. Yeah, you can't really go wrong with Exodus. I mean, that band is really the start of thrash metal. I mean, like, you know, so I mean, it's that's perfect. I mean, if follow Gary's lead, I don't think you'll go wrong that way.
Yeah, and I noticed that he a band of Warbringer from Los Angeles,
Oh yeah.
California. I've on the Waking into Nightmares album, I saw that Gary Holt was like a producer or something involved in some of the
Oh,
production
oh wow.
of that album. It's kind of like you can kind of hear the guitar on that album. It's very heavy and very
Yeah.
it kind of has a like Gary Holt that's kind of sound to it, which
Nice. I'll have to go back and check that out. I haven't kept up with Warbringer. I remember their first album or so, but yeah. Um but very cool. So I have a few questions that my co-hosts compiled for me, so I'm gonna uh, hit you with those if that's okay. Um,
yeah.
so how did you choose the name Atomic Terror, Tom?
Um, I was kind of listening. I mean, to I guess like Black Sabbath, Electric Funeral. Um,
Nice.
and my dad actually kind of had came with the name Atomic Funeral at first, and then but then I kind of like was thinking about terror as it's like, and then I kind of combined the two words, Atomic Terror, and
Yeah.
kind of the alliteration of the T kind of fit well. I think Atomic Terror works.
Yeah. I think it's a great name. So right on. I think it's a totally a classic name, you know, so excellent. Um, so again, these are from Dylan and Chase, these questions. What band or bands would you say Atomic Terror draws the most inspiration from?
Um, I would say, well, I mean, definitely Black Sabbath. I mean, Iron Maiden, uh, Judas
Yeah.
Priest, that '70s kind of era kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and then also, um, I mean, Creator, like and then also like Megadeth,
Yeah.
early Megadeth and Slayer.
Yeah.
Those are all bands I've yeah I've liked
Well,
growing up, and they have yeah.
excellent, man. Excellent.
Oh, I was
Um,
also gonna add like I guess some I guess like bands like Hate Eternal,
oh yeah.
and like Morbid Angel and like Death, stuff
Great
like that
stuff.
as well.
Great stuff, man. Well, right on. So this is a question. this is kind of a two-parter. Uh, what are some of your favorite bands that you've played with, like on bills that you really enjoyed, some memorable uh uh experiences?
Playing with the accused
Oh
was
wow.
pretty memorable. Yeah, we played kind of two nights with them. One up in Kelso at the Erebus venue, and then we came
Yeah.
down the following night and played in at High Water Mark in Portland here, and that was
Nice.
a sold out show. Both of them had very active audiences, and it was a fun show. I think that kind of the underground kind of punk kind of style goes well with the thrash, and obviously it's kind of the influence of it as well.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Um,
that would be one show, and another one would be I guess playing with Heathen and
oh wow.
Warbringer and in Boise.
Oh wow.
And that was a pretty memorable show. Driving out to Boise, kind of,
Yeah.
and playing that, and the crowd kind of we were the first band. I mean, and the crowd kind of seemed to be engaged into the music, and we just played the first five on the EP with that, and but people kind of were kind of had idea who we were, which was kind of cool. So we were reaching people that from that distance. So that was a cool experience. And then
Yeah.
also we got to play with Anvil as well.
Oh nice, nice. Um, is Boise the furthest away from home you guys have played out?
Yeah, that would probably be it. Or we played down in Grants Pass.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, so it's like right almost to California. But we play with down there with Grave Witch, which is pretty cool. I mean,
Right
cool
on.
band from down there, and yeah, so that was a pretty I mean, a good distance show, and we kind of played this whole like Northwest region, from Seattle down to Grants Pass and
Oh, sure. Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Yeah. So on that kind of note, um, who are some of the some bands in our area that you really like or you like playing with? Just that you're fans of.
Uh, yeah. I mean, I like I mean, I like Bewitcher. Uh,
Yeah.
they I like how they kind of approach that kind of traditional kind of style of playing with kind of like Celtic Frost or
Yeah.
um I kind of have that reminder of that or um like Motorhead and that kind of like style, which is kind of that. So like Bewitcher a lot for that, and also the band Biases.
Oh,
We
I
played.
love that band.
They're like a death metal band, kind of from the like Salem area, I think.
Oh,
But
okay.
they're a good band that we kind of like. We played we played like Disciples of Darkness in its entirety, and they were one of the bands that played with us. And I thought the death metal went well with like our aggressive kind of style of thrash.
Yeah. I think mixed thrash and death metal bills are pretty good. They're kind of a winner. It's like same with thrash and hardcore, thrash and punk. It's like yes, yes, gimme, 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 you know. So
Definitely, yes.
it's just a
Yeah,
I love that crossover
yeah. I mean,
energy.
like when like I can what was it?
I'm sorry?
Oh, I was just mentioning when oh when Overkill came through with like Nile, and then some creator with Obituary like
Oh
a few
wow.
years ago. So
Wow, that would have been a killer show.
yeah, yeah,
I did not see that one. Wow. Um but getting to see I mean getting to see Overkill is always a treat. Like, oh yes. But do you have a favorite venue in Portland that you like to play, or is it just just kind of any port in a storm kind of situation?
uh Um, I mean, I do like the high water mark. It's
Yeah,
kind of a cool venue in town. I like the sound there. It's very, they give a good sound, which is important for a good show.
absolutely.
Um, so I really like that venue. Then I mean, I like Erebus in
In
kind of the
Kelso?
Kelso area.
Yeah,
It's kind of like a horror kind of themed um bar, and yeah, they like their old school metal up there, which is cool. It's just definitely I like. So it's a good atmosphere, if you will,
nice,
to
nice.
play in. Yeah.
Yeah. I keep hearing great things about Erebus. I haven't been up there just yet. But yeah, all I hear is that it's a dope place to play and to see bands. So right on, you know. Um, I think that is pretty much the end of my questions, Tom. Um, you've got a couple of shows coming up though, right? You're playing the uh, Apocalypse at the Armory this coming Saturday, the 21st, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's at the Salem Armory.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's down in Salem. I know it's kind of a historic venue. A lot of great bands have played there.
sure. I saw
I
Slayer
think
there.
so. It's wow. That's
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah, I think yeah. It'd be kind of cool to have that kind of yeah. I imagine it's gonna be kind of a bigger stage. I reckon
yeah,
like
yeah.
more.
No, that's a cool venue. Have you been there before?
No, I've never been there.
Oh, okay. No, that's a cool room. Um, Dylan, one of my co-hosts, is going to be there. I unfortunately have a scheduling conflict, but uh, you guys are playing October 9th at the High Water Mark in support of Vexum on their first US tour. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Yeah, that should be exciting.
Yeah.
I love to see you guys play with another thrash act. That's always the best.
Yeah. Yeah. That will be cool. I mean, that's cool. It's their first tour. So it'll be good for us to
Yeah,
um connect with that band and play.
yeah, right. Um, well, right on. Is that all the gigs you have coming up, Tom?
We also have one in December. We're playing at I think it's the Twilight with kind of a new band called Battle Cattle.
Oh yes, I've been
Um,
hearing about this band. Yeah.
yeah, so we're playing with them. We're pretty good friends with those guys. And then band from the Seattle area called Versatile
Oh
is
yes.
coming down, and also a band called Violent Insurrection.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Well, right on. And that's in December.
Yeah, December
Oh,
7th.
okay. I'll put it on my calendar, bud. Um, Tom, I want to thank you so much for taking time out to talk with me tonight, and I'm looking forward to the next Atomic Terror gig. And I'll talk to you soon, pal.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. Thank you, bud. Well, have a good night. Okay.